Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Civic Arena for tonight's South Suburban Conference matchup featuring our visitors, the Sabers from Shakopee, and your Eagan Wildcats. Let's meet the starting lineups, beginning with our visitors. In goal, number 30, Jason Hummel. On defense, number 12, Alex McCarville. On defense, number 13, Thomas Dalston. At forward, number 17, Uriah Houston. At forward, number 11, Joe Roeder. And the center, number 6, Jackson Vogel. Head coach of the Sabers is Calvin Simon, assisted by Jeff Weber and Ryan Moriarty. And now, let's meet the starting lineup for you. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you to please rise. Remove your hats and join us in the playing of our Star-Spangled Banner. Your officials for this evening, referee.
It's been a rough year for the Eagan Wildcat boys hockey team. Wins have been very hard to come by, but tonight they get a rematch with a team that they put a scare into about a month ago. It's the Eagan Wildcats and the Shakopee Sabers live on ETV. My name is Mike Cook, joined by Nathan Cron once again. And Nathan, you got a Wildcat squad that they've yet to taste victory, but Coach Carlson, we talked to you yesterday, so they are playing better.
Well, they are playing better. They've had some excellent performances on the ice, but not consistent enough, and we're going to see today if they can be consistent from start to finish.
Yeah, Cats last time out, they had a Monday night affair down at Rosemount, fell by a 5-0 count. That was a game that Coach Carlson said, actually, you could tell they got a little bit gassed late in that one, but they've had a few days off. They're ready to roll here, and they're going to play a Shakopee team that they led 1-0 late in that game down at Shakopee back in January 30th. But Shakopee got a time goal inside 4 to go, got a power play goal and an empty netter, and 3-1 victory for the Sabers. Sabers going left to right, wearing the road blacks, the red trim here inside the Eagan Civic Arena. Here on Thursday Night Hockey, live on ETV. Line to keep an eye on tonight for the Shakopee Sabers is number 6, Jackson Vogel. Joe Roeder is 11, Yuri Huson 17. Cats have kept their top trio together, but other than that, boy, there's some shakeups on that roster.
Yeah, there have been some changes in the roster due to injury, and I think the coaches are looking, when you're struggling to score goals and start struggling offensively, nothing's off the table. It just does not matter, how your performance has been. If the team needs goals and the team needs a shakeup, they're going to move people around.
You look at Victor Henk getting the start tonight for the Eagan Wildcats. Victor, one of the senior tandem between the pipes this year. Got a goals against of 5.1. His save percentage is .855. But as all Wildcat fans know, these goaltenders have seen a lot of rubber coming at them this season. Second trio, I believe they call this the green line out for the Wildcats. Anthony Cardenas wears 20, 37 is Gus Gly, and 19 is Leighton Olson. And Wildcats are going to get something going this time down ice with the second unit out. Cron and Gly back deep for the Wildcats on D right now. 4 and 37 respectively. And Shakopee tries to control things down in the Wildcat zone, looking behind the net, try to get out front. Nothing doing, and Hank will quickly cover that one up. Sam Zolvik in there among others for the Sabers.
Yeah, you saw just a minute ago, Cron rushing from the defensive position, from his defensive spot up, and Leighton Olson covering for him. That's going to be a key. I think, again, when the Wildcats are struggling with trying to find offense, having a defenseman bring it up on a rush is going to be one way they're going to try to create some odd man situations. It's important for those forwards then, like Leighton Olson did there, to cover for him.
This will be Mason with the puck, number 16 for the Wildcats, as Coach Todd Carlson puts his top trio back on. 3-on-1 off the turnover. Knocked down in front by the Wildcats captain Mason. And Wedward tries to lead it the other way. Lockemeyer stays on side. And his first stop of the game for Jacek Hummel. I remember Hummel in this building last year. I can't remember how many shots he stopped, but boy, he was impressive in that one. Took a barrage of shots, and I think Eagan won like 2-1. 2 minutes gone by here. Scoreless opening period on ETV. Glad you're with us wherever you're watching us, and hello to those of you watching us out there on YouTube, and hello to those of you over there in the old 952 checking out your Sabers tonight. We're glad you're with us here as part of the ETV. Kettle pokes it ahead too far that time. Couldn't be controlled by McCarville for Shakopee. And the Sabers look to bring it up, but Lockemeyer's going to dump it back in, and he'll head off to make a change for the Wildcats. Imagine his line mates will be joining him shortly, but for now the play stays in the Sabres zone. Sabres looking to bring it up. Big hit there along the half wall. That time by Eagan's number 13. That was Hansen.
Hansen, one of those new faces we're seeing on the third line. And right now it's going to be up to Eagan to do smart things with the puck as they try to complete this shift change.
The Cats try to dump it in, knocked down by Shakopee at the blue line, and the Sabres are going to come forward with Joe Roeder, number 11. You mentioned this line of Roeder, Vogel, and Huson, they've combined for, I think it was 15 out of the 31 goals this year, or 17 out of 31 for the Sabers. And Hank Kilwise, the cover up again, gets a few shavings for his efforts, but we remain scoreless. Be curious to see how Shakopee holds up. We talked about the Cats playing gassed on Monday night over at Rosemont. Shakopee played last night, and they went to overtime over in a 2-2 duel with Apple Valley. Busy week for the Sabers with 3 games in a matter of 4 days. They play Prior Lake on Saturday. That will be a tough test, as the Wildcats know from being down at the Dakota Ice Center last weekend. Good pressure that time by the Wildcats on the forecheck. Opportunity, rebound! No, did not get through, hit somebody or something. And Shakopee able to poke that one out of harm's way. Will it be an ice? It will. Best early chance of the game goes to the Wildcats.
Best early chance. It was hard work by Olsen and by Glide behind and around the net. As we see here, it's a turnover by Glide, creates the turnover, then Cardenas steps up and snaps it. There are some fans behind the glass that thought that it was going to sneak in, but as you said, Hummel's a good goalie. He's an excellent goalie, I should say. And in this conference, that's saying something.
Absolutely. Yeah, Shakopee pretty much a 2-man rotation there with he and Logan Bullard. Sabers controlling their own zone, cannot kick it out. Pika with a long shot. That got deflected off somebody's skate on the way through. And the Sabers look to control. That's Hansen, I believe, with the puck, number 5 for the Shakopee Sabers. Will bump it up along the board. Tried to get it to Benjamin Smith, number 4. He gets it back at neutral. He'll poke it in with the backhand. But the Cats are going to go deep with Cron, who will ring it around the far side. He'll get it right back in that far corner. Try coming around the near side this time. Again, a good forecheck this time by the Sabers. Bigelow in there, number 10. And Eagan fans, that's a name we've heard an awful lot for both football and hockey over the years.
Yeah, a very distinguished athletic career for Shakopee High School. I have to say I'm not super familiar with the history of Shakopee football and hockey going back years and years, so I don't know where he ranks, but certainly a big performer in a program and in a high school that's gaining prominence in the southern Twin Cities.
Absolutely, in both sports.
Absolutely.
Yeah, Shakopee middle of the pack right now as they come into tonight's game with a 6-3-3 record. Had to miss a few games with the whole COVID situation. Rebound in front, and Hank got initially on it, and somehow we've got whistles because the net is off. Good pressure by the Sabers.
A bit of desperate defending here. Watch as Zovic, I think it's Zovic comes in, snaps it off. Hank saves it, but it comes right back out of his glove. We've got multiple guys diving down on the ice to try to kick away that shot. That's definitely the kind of effort you're looking for, even if you prefer as a coach not to have that kind of thing happen.
Absolutely. You know, something Coach Carlson was talking to us about yesterday is they've got to do a better job in front of the net. I think what do you say? Don't let so many shots come in from the quality spots right in front there.
Yeah.
Cats, when they clear it out this time, as Shakopee off the turnover. Cats will just punch it out far side, backhanded in by Mason. Hustling down for the Wildcats. Wedward trying to get in front. And somehow that puck, that was Cardenas checked that, number 20, not 10. And here comes Shakopee the other way. Tied up nicely that time was Hinsey, number 21, was tied up by Pika. And here come the Wildcats wearing the home whites. Head of speed for Cron. Had 3 assists a week and a half ago down in Farmington. Not a big game for the Wildcats. That was a tough loss, 6-4 down at Schmitz-Mackey. Another good performance, though, for the Wildcats in that one, but just coming up short. Long shot that goes just wide of Hummel in the cage. Inside 11 and a half to go here. Scoreless first on ETV. You're home for Wildcat Sports. Shakopee brings it out. Tried to get it ahead this time. That's Kettle, and just a little too far for the senior forward, and the faceoff will come back to Shakopee's own.
Oh, Mike, the energy level here for the Wildcats is excellent. Right now, they're still not quite communicating as well as you'd like to see. A little bit of hesitancy. Who's got the puck? You got it. No, you got it. But the energy level is good. We're seeing a lot of decisiveness, and I have to say, basically anywhere blue line, offensive blue line in, should be shooting territory for these Wildcats.
Absolutely. Got to get everything just squared away there on the inside edge of that circle. Sabers control the draw, though, ringing around far side, but it'll be kept in by the Wildcats. Chopping way out, tried to get the tip in front that time was Goyle. And here come the Sabers, 2-on-1, maybe a 3-on-1. Stop shot and top shot, goal! Joe Roeder, 1-0 Shakopee.
Well, fair credit to Roeder. It's a 3-on-1, and ordinarily you'd think a pass makes a lot of sense. Barbado goes down, as you're going to see here in the replay. Barbado goes down to take it away. Barbado does a good job there, and Roeder just snaps it up and finds a corner on Victor Hank. Maybe Hank, I have to think Hank thought that pass was going across to one of his teammates. But in any event, excellent play by Roeder, excellent play by Shakopee.
Roeder now has 4 goals on the season, and that's goals in 4 straight games. Shakopee looking to make it 2-0, and they do! Well, that took all of 8 seconds.
I can tell you what happened, but if you're an Eagan fan, you're not going to like it. He skated through 3 or 4 guys, and he shot the puck and he scored. Eagan has absolutely got to put a body on somebody. There's no way a guy should skate through almost untouched through three defenders, Eagan defenders, and that's just unacceptable.
And for Luke Schmitz, that's his 3rd goal of the year for the Shakopee Sabers. Couldn't quite hear who got the assist on those goals, but we'll find out eventually. Long shot just wide up the stick of Mason. He wound up getting good wood on that one. Cats responding nicely here in the 30 seconds after they fall behind by a 2-0 count in the blink of an eye. But here come the Sabers the other way. 3-on-2, they're going to swing it wide, coming back over. They could try to get for the middle, nothing happened. It's going to be kept in on that far side. I believe that's McCarville. Although he did lose it out back to their own zone, where it's going to be regrouped this time by Zovic, the sophomore forward for Shakopee. He tries to beat one man, and he does. Zovic through neutral. He'll get up near center, dump it in. And I thought it should be an ice, indeed it was. Gavin Hinsey giving chase, but nothing doing. As you get a look at number 4 there for the Wildcats, Nicholas Cron. Up on that top defensive pairing tonight, along with 22, Ben Barbado. 5 points on the year for the junior.
Well, as you said, he had an excellent game against Farmington a week ago, and it was just, Coach Carlson talked about not just the performance, but the energy that he brought to the bench. When something would go wrong or something didn't go well for the Wildcats, it always seemed like Cron was there to try to reverse that momentum.
Yeah, when you talk to Coach Carlson and he glows about him, that's the kind of kid you can see wearing a C or an A next year for this Wildcat squad. Right now they're down by a 2-0 count to the Sabers. As you look at Jacek Hummel, senior netminder for Shakopee. Got 5 saves early on in this one. And Shakopee controls the draw once again. Intercepted that time by the Wildcats, looking to get something going. There's Lockenmeyer. Lockenmeyer rid it out of the play nicely over there. I believe that was Loisel. Number 9 for the Sabers, the big kid over there, a senior defenseman. And Castle just dump it back in. Something else Coach Carlson said is Eagan needs to be good on the forecheck tonight. I think it's been there at times. And here comes Shakopee, unable to come on through. We'll play a little key takeaway here, neutral going both ways. And the Sabers will look to regroup. This will be Loisel back there with Bigowet. This is Bigowet. Intercepted that time, tried to get it back to Loisel. In front, nobody there wearing white, however. Mason gets the check the Lockenmeyer backhand, going to the forehand. Nope, he'll backhand around. Tried to get it in front, couldn't quite make the connection, and here come the Sabers the other way.
Yeah, he saw.
Roeder just missed on the feed over there. I think that was Vogel he was trying to get. That was nearly 3-0 Sabers.
Apologies, Mike, for just a moment ago, but Lockenmeyer came around the net. He had Gavin Doyle there camped out on the next to the pipe. He just couldn't quite get it to him.
Mason will keep it in. He's done that a lot so far as we're halfway through this first period. He's got to have, 3 or 4 where he's kept it right at the blue line to keep things rolling. But here come the Sabers the other way. This is Hansen. Hansen, shoot! Oh, that got a little clang on it. And it does come out. Shakopee going to be forced to tag. Glide couldn't control that time for the Wildcats in neutral. He'll go after it, though, and he'll finish out his man in front of the Shakopee fans that are here. I think Shakopee probably got about 120 tickets, and I'm going to guess 118 of them have made the trek. Good showing down there by the visiting fans. Cardenas in there for the Wildcats. There's number 20, but he was unable to get the puck as the Sabres once again regroup. Kept in Barbado back at the point. Barbado, he's got a big shot if he's got an opportunity. Said he'll just ring it around far side. Nick Bohr, will he find Anderson in front? No, as he gets knocked off the puck. Out, down, and they are going to wave off that icing. I think it hit somebody in the neutral zone. This one go all the way down, and well, they actually waved that one off too. That one surprised me. Bohr on the forecheck does not get it. Sabres look to regroup behind Hummel. Went up that right side, cutting over to the middle that time. That was Ostertag, number 23. Puck back, thinking about it from top of the slot, doesn't get it. Come near side. This is Zobin, back up top. McCarville's shot, looking for the tip, didn't get it. Nice defensive play by Cron to tie his man up. 6:47 to go in the first, 2-0 Sabres. Here comes Cron for your Eagan Wildcats. Can it be poked out? No, it is kept in that time by Shakopee's McCarville. And Hank safely snug against the post with another save for the Eagan Wildcats. Good pressure right now by the Sabres. Ostertag, he'll just dump it back in deep. Shakopee going to change one player up behind the way. And puck does squirt down. Cats are going to make looks like a 5-player change. And then they'll give Shakopee McCarville. He'll room up on the near side. He dumps it in and he'll race to the bench. But didn't cross the red line. Icing.
Eagan's got a lot of, they're playing well, except for what's on the scoreboard, right? I mean, if you took away the goals, you'd say these two teams are fairly even. I'm seeing a pronounced attempt by Eagan to be quick with the puck in the offensive zone. They are passing quickly to the front of the net.
I want to make a quick apology to the Shakopee fans. I said Logan Bullard was a goaltender. He's a defenseman. Soren Pettersson, I should say, is the other goalie for Shakopee. So apologies on that one. Jacek Hummel is in there tonight, though. That's the man of the game right now for the Shakopee Sabres between the pipes. Cats are going to get something this time. They are down by a 2-0 count as Shakopee scored 8 seconds apart, 6 minutes into this period. Backhand attempt potentially for the Wildcats. No, and he'll send it back out. Tried to get it back to Barbado that time, did Lockenmeyer. Ledward in there as well. Shakopee fans looking for a call. They're not going to get one. Do not have a penalty yet in this hockey game. With 5:19 to go here in the first period of South Suburban Conference play. Good hustle that time by number 21, Goyle for the Eagan Wildcats. Yep. Dangerous play there, coming up through the neutral, but the Shakopee's able to actually get away with it in front of their own net. And that'll just be poked in that time by Kettle. Sabres changing up most of their players with that puck deep into the Wildcat zone. And Wildcats, that'll be Olsen, leaves it for Goyle, who both of those guys are going to head off. Ledward will head off as well. A little slow on the change that time for the Eagan Wildcats. And Hank will hang on.
I'm not sure if that was a heady play by one of the Wildcats or not, but Shakopee absolutely should have been called for too many men on the ice. Player was over, played the puck in when the guy he was replacing was clearly not off the ice. I hope things like that don't come back to bite the Wildcats.
As it is, we play on with a 2-0 Shakopee lead. Going in deep, over to, couldn't quite connect that time. Great opportunity though off the feed from Houston. Top line out there right now for the Sabres. Vogel's floating around right in the slot. Is he gonna get the pass? No! As the Sabres go backhand, but we've got a whistle. Net comes off. What's that play right there? Coming across. Nice job again. Cron tied up his man. Second time in about as many minutes that he has done a nice job of that.
Well, it's important if as a defenseman, especially one under siege like this, to have eyes in the back of your head. And that time you have to be able to know where the puck is and know where your man is. And that's what's excellent play. That's what he needs to do.
As Shakopee brings it back up. Couldn't quite keep it in. I shouldn't say Wildcats do finally get it out. Sabres couldn't quite keep that one in on the far side. And And regrouping that time for the Eagan Wildcats should be, I believe that's Redwood. Inside 4 minutes to go here in this opening period. 2-0 Shakopee our score. As we said, a couple of goals that came up just 8 seconds apart. Sabers once again this time. This is trying to get down low off the feed from Marauder. That was Hewson. Couldn't quite pull the trigger that time.
I think he was hearing footsteps. I think he was getting lined up for a big hit.
And once again, Shakopee tries to bring it out of their zone. Cats sending one man in on the forecheck because they were changing up behind the play. Barbado for the Wildcats. From big cross. Got the Cron, he'll get it back. Barbado does, that is. Far side from the bench, sends it out. Cats with a set play. Cron racing through neutral, couldn't quite get the pass. And Shakopee's going to try to come back the other way, but it should, no, they're going to wave off the ice. There's Pika for the Wildcats. Where's number 5? Lockenmeyer, one of the captains with Mason. Lockenmeyer with speed, staying on line on side with Redwood. Huge hit on that far side. That one stung Lockenmeyer, you could tell. Pika from way out. That went off a skate, never came close to the net. Hummel thought it went up into the netting, did not, and we do play on. Here comes Shakopee the other way. Stop, spin, down low. So the Hansen in low, number 5 for the Sabers. And Cats looking at something. This will be Wedward. Got over to Goyle coming up. Fresh off the bench that time was Hansen. Couldn't quite make the connection. Shakopee's going to try coming the other way. From the circle, they get the half wall. They turn, they stop, they spin. Sends it in deep. Getting it back that time was Ostertag. Inside 2 minutes to go in this one. 2-0 Sabers. Good battle down in the corner. Shakopee controls it low. Looking to get that man in the middle. But a good job, Pico, right there for the Wildcats in front of his netminder. Shakopee will just send it around deep this time. Mason will just shoot it all the way down. Tried to, but Shakopee intercepted, so we play on with 90 seconds to go in this first period here on ETV Sports.
Been a fast-moving period, Mike.
Absolutely. Yeah, I like the flow in this game. Another one that kind of high off here in the Eagan Civic Arena. Shakopee good pressure again. Couldn't quite find anybody in front that time, but they do stay in the Wildcat zone as we go inside a minute to go in this opening period. Yeah. I think the Cats right now, they just want to get out of this period without giving up another one. Shakopee has got the pressure going. And they're going to race in deep. Mason pokes around. Back far side over near the Wildcat bench, the half wall.
Wildcats need to understand the situation. They're inside a minute. They don't want to give up another goal. They've got to get this puck out.
Shakopee in front. No, couldn't get the good shot off that time. Under 20 seconds in the period. Sabres looking to get one more. That one knocked down in front. Shot. Hank doesn't know where it is. And it goes out of harm's way to the corner. Can the Cats clear? Barbado's going to give it a shot, number 22. And the Cats finally outside of their blue line. Count down Leighton Olsen by the night opportunity. No, he nearly went short side on that one. Good late rush there by Olsen.
Big combination there of Eagan losing their feet and just not keeping their feet, number 1. Number 2, some questionable decisions in their own end. In terms of just throwing the puck around and not necessarily being intentional with how they're doing things. But they escape with a 2-0 deficit. They're in this hockey game, and they're really being outshot by 2. The shots are 9-7 right now. I mean, against many opponents this year, we're looking at 20-4, or something, or 18-4, or something like that. They can play with Shakopee if they execute and do what they need to do. They're doing some things really well, that they got to be more physical on defense.
Well, Hummel and the Sabres went to the bench. Hansen and the Wildcats are going to go to their locker room. We're going to take a break. You're watching Eagan Wildcat Boys Hockey on ETV.
chat. Why do I wear a mask? Because when I'm not behind the screen, my mask is my cheat code. And when we stop the spread, we level up. What's the next level? Hanging with friends again. You're right, masks have always been a part of our community. I miss you guys too. Being face to face is truly the next level. Here's the cheat code. Stop the spread of Corona. Mask up, America.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
want to give a shout out to Eagan Television. This pandemic has caused a lot of issues for athletic programs within high schools in the state of Minnesota and across the country, as we've had to limit the number of people attending, so family members, relatives, friends, supporters, our students have not been able to attend live events as they have in the past. We are so thankful that Eagan Television immediately stepped up without hesitation to broadcast a multitude of our events at Eagan High School. They have covered all of our home soccer, all of our home football, all of our home volleyball, home cross-country event, all of our girls swim and dive. I mean, it was amazing that they were able to provide such great support for our school and our whole community to have the opportunity to watch these events. Family members, teachers, staff members, community members have all commented to me how fabulous it was to get to watch these teams in action. I personally want to say thank you to Eagan Television for everything that you have done for Eagan High School. Thank you so much.
As you look at the Shakopee Sabers, they are up by a 2-0 count over the hometown Eagan Wildcats. As we get set for second period action here on Eagan TV. Joined by Nathan Cron once again. My name is Mike Cook. Happy to be with you and glad you're with us here tonight from the Eagan Civic Arena. Thursday night South Suburban Conference Hockey. And Nathan, we were just talking between periods. Take away that 8-second span by Shakopee, and really, this has been a pretty even game.
It has been an even game. I mean, obviously, look, I mean, there's party that wants to take moral victories and chuck them out a window. But the reality of it is that when you're struggling to put wins on the board, when you're struggling to score goals, it's very, very important to find the positives. And, Coach Carlson was talking this week about, every shift, just winning a shift, winning periods, winning shifts. If Eagan pops one in early in this second period, in my mind, it's game on.
Well, it was interesting, too, when we talked to Coach Carlson, talking about, he said, we can talk about all we want about how we're getting better at this part of the game or that part of the game, but you got to put a W on the board, and that's really what this team needs right now. And tonight, as we said, this is an opportunity. They played Shakopee tough down there back on January 30th. As the Sabers bench pounds their sticks against the boards to start the period. Kind of like that tradition. But again, it's a game that Eagan should be able to play with the Sabers. They're not a Prior Lake. They're not a Lakeville South. And here come the Wildcats. Opportunity. Olsen hustling down. Hummel kicks that one away, or pushes that one away out of harm's way. Muscoli in for the Wildcats. The sophomore, number 37. He'll control the puck. Look at this. You can find Barbados. He was thinking about trying to come across to him, but he'll go low to Cardenas. Olsen in there as well as the green line out right now for the Eagan Wildcats. And Mason will regroup in his own zone. And number 16, Nate Mason, pokes that one up into the Saber bench. 47 seconds elapsed.
Yeah, I think Eagan's got to think about how they're going to get a goal. And against a quality goaltender like Hummel, I think it's going to be, if I'm honest, Mike, there's some skill on this Eagan hockey team, don't get me wrong, but I'm betting it's going to be a rebound/dirty goal, a screen shot. And so I think really Eagan ought to be looking to do that here as they approach and enter the offensive zone.
And so it's going to be Shakopee. Loisel moving in right now, number 9 off the left wing for the Sabers. And up out over the glass, and it's going to roll down almost to the Eagan fan section. Hey, by the way, don't forget you can check out everything on ETV by subscribing to the YouTube page, youtube.com/Eagan Television. And by the way, all that is absolutely free. Every Wildcat home game of this winter sports season televised by ETV, be it boys hockey, girls hockey. We got hoops, wrestling. We got a shot to go by Woodward.
Absolutely what the Wildcats needed. Cron chips it out. It gets out over the defenseman as he pinches in. Woodward picks it up. Lockemeyer goes with him to give Hummel something to think about. And you know what? The same thing that happened earlier to Victor Hank just happened to Hummel. He had to play to the middle of that goal to prevent Lockemeyer from getting a shot off, and Woodward snapped it over his shoulder.
I'll tell you what, nice job of using the defenseman as a screen. I think Hummel might have been thrown off just a little bit by that. Get the official word from Nick Johnson. And it's 2-0 Eagan. 2-2 Eagan, I should say. Boy, Shakopee scored 2 quickies, and so do the Wildcats. That is why you throw the puck on net.
Absolutely. There was not a Wildcat within 15 feet of the front of that net. Yet you throw it on goal, it hits a defenseman's skate, and Hummel get caught flat-footed, and it's a timeout for Shakopee. The black and red is a little bit rattled, I think.
15 seconds apart for those Wildcat goals. We'll have to get the official word from Nick Johnson on the Wildcat goals. He was in the middle of announcing the first one. It was Wedward Lockemeyer. He got the first assist, and He was in the process of announcing a second assist, I believe.
Yeah, there were 2 assists coming across. We just could not pick them up.
Well, Coach Todd Carlson in there somewhere among his Eagan Wildcats.
No, this is really smart though, Mike. This is really smart by Shakopee to take the timeout right now after giving up 2 bang goals like that to a team that they feel like they should be beating. You know, a lot of coaches will tell you that when the momentum is with the other team, one of the most important things you can do is slow the game down, and that's exactly what head coach Calvin Simon is going to do here. He's going to slow this down, have everybody take a deep breath, take some of the fire and some of the excitement out of that Wildcat crew, and get his guys to play the kind of hockey he wants them to play.
So in a span of 15 seconds, we now have ourselves a 2-2 hockey game. Shakopee scored twice, 8 seconds apart in the opening frame.
And we have a goalie change, Mike.
Yes, we do. This will be Pedersen coming in. Soren Pedersen, the senior. It's going to be 7 saves tonight for Hummel of Shakopee. Shakopee pounding their sticks on the boards once again. Pedersen this year, 284 in his goals against, save 893. And it's going to be Glide with the goal for the Wildcats.
Of the second.
There's all the important information right there. Glide, that's goal number 5 this year. Ties for the team lead with Lockenmeyer. Not bad for somebody back on defense.
No, absolutely not. Well, I mean, you know, he did spend some time back there on the blue line, but he's been playing forward. And here's an interception by Cardenas in front. And Cardenas has absolutely got to stop doing that. He cannot do that kind of thing. He's going to draw himself either a penalty or he's going to get and he is going to draw a penalty.
Yeah, I was just going to say,
that was absolutely, again, inexcusable. He can't, he knows better. The puck's clearly covered and he slashes at it anyway. That's the kind of play, that's the kind of play you can't do that.
No, you cannot.
You're out shooting them 10-9 right now. The score is 2-2. We've just tied it up. There's all this momentum and now we get to go on a penalty kill because you slashed at the goalie's glove. I just don't understand it.
I can't say it any better than you just did. Wildcats 71% on the PK this year. Shakopee, I believe, was 10% on the power play. Yes. And Cardenas forced slashing. For other high school kids, you don't want to say dumb penalty, but shot in front. And kicks that one aside. Nice read there, getting that right pad out by the senior netminder. Shakopee from way out. That was knocked. Actually went off the defender of Eagan. And Hank clears that one aside. 1:15 to go in the Shakopee power play. It's been all in the Eagan zone thus far on this with the man advantage. As I say that, Cats are actually able to send it all the way down as we reach the midway point of the Shakopee power play. Lockenmeyer in aggressively for the Cats. Opportunity, quick shot! And Pedersen got a piece of that one, putting it up into the netting.
I like the decision by Goyle. 2 decisions there. First, Lockenmeyer lays off the puck and allows Goyle to take it. Lockenmeyer was going to get that puck, grind in the corner, take some time. But instead, he leaves it for his teammate. His teammate is able to get a shot towards the net and where it's deflected up. And now we've got an offensive zone face-off here for the Wildcats, even though they're on the PK.
And Shakopee pounding the boards over on their bench. And that extra noise. And here come the Sabers. They've got everybody in place. And they'll bring it down near side. This is number 14, Orchard. Gets past Olsen. In deep this time is Smith. Taken out of the play by Mason. Smith is going to get it back. He's got Orchard along the half wall. He'll send it deep instead. Sabers looking to find something in front. Smith. Orchard. Smith comes in front. Hank is right there, opportunity rebound. Somehow that puck has not gone in. Great opportunity for Luke Schmitz. Looking for his second of the night. Didn't happen. That was a nice play coming out of the corner, though, by Smith. Watch this.
What a save by Hank with that left pad. I have to say I'm a little surprised we saw a goalie change for Shakopee. I understand, you know, if the Shakopee coaches are upset with Hummel, but I'm still a little surprised.
And Hank Hill held on to that one with 5 seconds left in the man advantage for the Sabres.
Now, that being said, Pettersson's also a senior. It may very well be at the end of the season that we're trying to get seniors playing time, and I respect that too. It just seemed like an odd time to change. I've had several soccer coaches tell me that one of the worst times to substitute is immediately after the other team scores, because it seems to tell the players that they're being taken off because the other team scored. And if that was the case here, you know, so be it. But
Wildcats back at full strength there with 13:06 to go in the second period. 2-2, and it'll stay that way as Hank gets the glove out on that one. Shots right now 14-11 in favor of the Shakopee Sabres.
Well, the Wildcats survive the penalty kill, and that's the kind of thing that, you know, if you're going to win a game, you're going to have to be able to, you know, recover from the mistakes and errors that you make, and they did that time.
Shakopee will keep it down in the Wildcat zone, try to get out in front. Quick turnaround shot. And Hank, I'm not sure if that hit somebody on the way through, popped all the way out. There's Hinsey with an opportunity for the Sabres, number 21. And he'll get the puck back at center. Into the blue. Sabres do stay on side. They're going to go in deep. Ostertag gives chase. And this will be Zovic as well, number 15. Sell back at the point, looking for the puck. He'll get it into the slot. Tries to center to the left side. Intercepted by the Cats, and here comes Eagan with Cron. Nice job of staying on sides. Cron tried to get it in front of Lockemeyer, broken up by the Sabres. Wedward picks up the loose puck. Lockemeyer in front, right through the blue. Nobody there wearing white. Nearly the third of the period for Eagan. Rosell knocked down Barbado. Back in, Cats got a tag. And they do, Edward and Goyle. And the puck nearly hits the roof as it's flopped out by the Sabres. That was tipped by Lockemeyer all the way down, and they are going to call that one an icing.
I think Lockemeyer was on the wrong side of the red.
He was.
It was a good stretch idea by Barbado from the corner, but here we're going to see Wedward dig for it after the rush by Cron. Lockemeyer fires it right across. Look at that puck just sit there. Unfortunately, the other forward was over on the right side of your screen. That's Goyle. He game effort to get there, but just couldn't quite get there.
Yep. That's another one. You never know. Might hit a skate. Goalie might misplay it. And here comes Roeder for Shakopee. He's got to get back on side. That is the Sabres. Knocked down in the neutrals of the Eagan player. And here comes Shakopee. Hessing this time. This is Dawson, number 13. He'll carry around the boards. Looking in front. Good shot. Hank with a save. Rebound. Cleared away partially by the Cats. And finally out. Pettersson will regroup for the Sabres. Wildcats, this will be Pika. Eric Pika, the junior defenseman. Good aggressive forecheck that time by Vogel of Shakopee. Vogel actually wins the battle with the puck, comes with it. Tried to get it across far side. I believe that was Huson he was looking for. Didn't connect though. Back near side half wall. Cats, can they bounce it out off the boards? They try, they do. Hits the official in neutral. But Eagan comes in with Glide as 3 Wildcats go to the bench. 3 French skaters come on. Pika unable to control that one back at neutral, and here comes Glide. He's going to make a move, trying to get it in front. Rebound in front. Oh, couldn't get it there. It was Larson that time. Jack Larson with a good opportunity with the backhand swat. Shakopee just needs to get this one out of the zone. Sabres really in need of a line change right now as well. They tried to get it out last time, was taken over in neutral. And now they're going to be able to get that chance to get some fresh skaters out there for Coach Simon's squad. Just outside 10 minutes to go here, second period. It's the Sabres 2 and the Wildcats 2 on ETV. Look at what, he'll send it down into the corner. He'll get it back up top. Long shot, never got through, but was nowhere near going in. And front banging hard out there. Hank with another save. Hank right now is up to 13 saves for the Eagan Wildcats. Sellout looking for the deflected, but it went wide off of Eagan D. That was Bohr. Cron in there takes his man hard into the boards. A couple of fours going at it. Cron and Smith. Eagan and Shakopee respectively. Back out Shakopee, back down and in. They'll ring it around the boards. It's going to be picked up again this time, I believe. Back out Boycell from way out. That was tipped and up into the netting off the tip by Zovic.
Shakopee had been looking desperately for a line change a minute ago, and now the Eagan Wildcats desperately needed one, and fortunately that puck found the netting. Shakopee was absolutely rolling there in terms of momentum.
9:17 to go here in the second. Shakopee, by the way, has been outscored now 26-9 in the second period this year, as Eagan got those two early ones in this frame. Here's Barbado for Eagan. He'll circle. Stop, circle. Good pressure by the Sabers that time. Puck does squirt out, backhanded in, tag up. Mason backhand out for the Wildcats to Wedward. Tries to beat his man far side, unable to do so, and the Sabers look like they're going to try to get something going this time. He will wheeling his way down through center is number 21, Gavin Hinsey. Ostertag finishes his check below the red. Barbado with Lockenmeyer try to poke it out. They do out to center across the logo. Staying on side, they do. But Boyle lost the puck as he went in.
Lost the puck on a teammate's skate.
Right. In front, nobody there as the Cats were, looks like changing up a little bit. Kept in this time. Here's Lockenmeyer. Lockenmeyer from the right side. He'll center it across and a goal!
Lockenmeyer slides it across the crease. Great play. They're going to give that goal to Gavin Goyle, number 21. Nice job by Goyle. Nice job by Lockenmeyer. Shakopee defense kind of went to sleep on Goyle a little bit, maybe. And now if you're the Shakopee Sabers, you got to be going, what is going on here?
Yeah, I was hesitant to give Goyle that goal. I wasn't sure if he knocked it in or went off the skate of the defenseman. Clearly it was off Goyle. Bottom line, it's Eagan 3, Shakopee 2. Just past the midway point of this hockey game. Shot. Ain't got the toe on that one off.
This is a position that the Eagan Wildcats have not been in very often this year. That is leading the game. In the past, there have been times when they've made mistakes or done things that have coughed up leads. Now we need to see them be smart and conservative.
Goal. It's going to be from Lockenmeyer. The question is, will there be a second assist? There is. Goes to Wedward for the helper. Cats do tag up. We play on. 7.5 to go in the second period. Cats have lit the lamp 3 times in this frame. And here comes Shakopee, who has yet to put one behind Henk this period. Smith, circle, slot. And that one nearly fooled Henk a little bit, but we did gobble it up low in the chest. We'll face off to his right.
A little dose there of what Wedward did to the Shakopee defender, using the defender as a screen, snapping that puck out to the right and then snapping a shot off. And credit to Henk, he saw it coming in and he was able to squeeze those pads, get the face off.
So face off to his right. Cats do win the draw briefly. But Shakopee's actually going to have the puck. Centered in front. Nice blind pass that time by Vogel. Tried to get it out front for the Sabers. Shakopee will keep it in. Long shot. That was stopped in front by Roeder. Trying to get something off his own whack of the stick. Aggressive forecheck. Yeah, Wedward forced that one. Here's Lockenmeyer. Wedward all alone. Goyle's going to the front. Can they get it to him? They tried. Wedward's going to come out. And Pettersson right there with that right pad. Couldn't quite cover the puck though, and we do play on. Nice job though by Pettersson keeping that right pad there the entire time. Big hit down in front of the Eagan fans. Intensity picking up a little bit here in this second period. Going to be some sore teenagers after this one. Cats keep it in. Mason, that was tipped that time by Goyle, high and wide. Sending it down low that time. That's going to be near side instead. Coming in was Mason pinching in. Back up top, Larson from way out. That hit traffic on the way. The rebound in front, and Lockemeyer couldn't get it backhand across. No. Goyle back out. Sent it back in that time. I believe that was Pika at the point. It was. Lockemeyer. Lockemeyer down low. He's got Mason back at the point. He'll get the puck. Long shot. Screen that time by Larson. Pedersen makes the initial save. Shakopee might want to think about just icing this one. And they're going to get across center, dump it in, try to dump it in. Got to tag up now because the Sabres are offsides. And Mason's still out there for the Wildcats. I would think he'll go to the bench now with this whistle. 5.5 to go. Don't forget you can follow ETV on Twitter at Eagan TV. Get all the latest news updates. See who's playing when. All right there at Eagan TV on the Twitter. 5.5 to go, second period. Cats up 3-2. Those of you just tuning in, this was a 2-0 Shakopee game after the first period. Cats got 15 seconds apart early this frame, and Goyle got one at the midway point of this period. Cats looking to, they said we'll turn it over. Sabres opportunity. And good job that time by the Wildcats. Never had a chance there with Cincy as he was in 1-on-3. Here's Bohr in deep for the Wildcats. Kind of part of that, you know, if you dare want to call it a third line for the Wildcats. Opportunity, Shakopee, and Hank gets the save, net goes off. And we've got a little bit of extracurricular.
Yeah, Shakopee a little upset with that whistle coming quite as fast as it did, only because Hank did not quite fully have that puck. But here you see Barbado directing traffic with one hand. Unfortunately, it'd be great if he had a stick in the other hand there, but he's a right-handed shot, and that's just the way it is. But
you know, that's the first time I think I've even noticed Jack Canny out there tonight, number 26 for Shakopee. Came up from the JV level to play in this game, along with number 2 Weston Brossom. Coach Simon going deep into the roster to help out the varsity squad. 4:24 to go, second period. Hey, Wildcat fans, coming up Saturday, they're home against the Rosemont Irish, the number 14 Rosemont Irish. Special 5:30 start time on that one. And it'll be senior night here in Wildcat country. And then, yeah, you've got that late pickup there at St. Paul Academy Monday night. One Monday night puck. Home in Eastview at Lakeville North, and then it's playoff time. UTV will be there for that home game with Rosemount and the Eastview one as well. As Cats look to finish strong, set to head into postseason action. I think St. Patrick's Day is the first actual postseason game. I don't want to play the Irish on that night.
no, I wouldn't want to either.
Inside 4 to go. Here's Barbado for Eagan. He's got Mason with him. Mason is going to try to find his man down through the middle. That was Olsen, the intended target. Cats are going to make a big change over on that far side. Coach Carlson putting a fresh 4 out. Their shot could be Smith, leaves it Loisel. He gets hit by Wedward in neutral. Cron, Mason. Too far for Mason, all the way down there. No icing, nope. Hanson had a chance to play that for Shakopee, but couldn't control it. Wedward again, aggressive on the forecheck for the Wildcats. Eagan unable to control, 2-on-1 Sabers. Trying to get it across center, nice back check. That was Goyle. Wildcats coming out the other way. Cron leading the rush from his defensive spot. Cron, stop! He runs into a man, puck goes deep. Wedward works against 2 of Sabers. Back out Pika. Will he shoot through a screen? He does it, a goal! Fourth goal of the period for the Wildcats.
And I think that's going to be Eric Pica's all the way in. I don't know that any Eagan Wildcat touched it. I think it might have hit a Shakopee defender on the way in. But in any event, Pedersen, I don't know that, it looked like he saw it coming in, but it may have taken a deflection, and it just wasn't where he thought it was going to be.
If it is Pica, that will be goal number 1 of the season for the defenseman.
That's his first varsity goal, I believe, Mike. What a time to get one.
Absolutely.
When the Wildcats need it.
Four goals in the second period for the Eagan Wildcats. Previous 11 games this year, they've scored just 9 goals in the second period. Heck, they've only scored 4 goals in a game twice, and now it's a 1-goal lead because Shakopee gets one.
A little bit of going to sleep there. A couple of times, I don't know if you could see it on the far side, but there was an opportunity for Eagan to clear it, and they didn't. Shakopee takes control of it. It manages to slam one by. Hank made the first save, and then there's a second goal on the rebound.
So now a 4-3 game here for Sam Anderson and the Wildcats, up by 1.
Eagan's got to do a better job of being smart, playing smart hockey, and finding the puck. It cannot be a situation where they don't know where the puck is. It gets knocked away, it's deflected, pops up in the air, and they can't be looking for it. They've got to locate that thing before Shakopee does, and that's how Shakopee scored.
And I apologize, I did not see who scored that goal for Shakopee, so we'll wait for the announcement from Nick Johnson. Bottom line is it is 4-3 with 2 minutes to go here, second period. There's Cron down low in front. Oh, couldn't quite connect that time for the Cats. Shakopee from way out with big way to go. They tie it up.
That was just great puck movement. Great puck movement by Shakopee. The Eagan defense got caught down. The forwards got caught down too low, and they just couldn't come out to challenge that puck. But hey, it's been this way for the Eagan Wildcats this season. They've got, it's the first 2-goal lead of the year, and they give it away here with 1:42 remaining. Now is when the character is going to show.
And I couldn't tell if Zovic got a piece of that all the way through. Bigowit got the assist. I can hear that much. I think it was Zovic. We'll check between periods, though. Bottom line, it's 4-4, second period. So they're going to say Lockenmeyer got that goal for Eagan, by the way. As we've got a minute to go in this second period, 6 goals have been scored already. Will Shakopee make it 7? No, Hanks the save. Yeah, I think we all saw a 4-4 game coming, didn't we? That was knocked down in front. Roussel for Shakopee, he'll shoot. And Hank got the arm up on that one. Roussel had room on that near side. And Hank with the stop. And we got a little extracurricular activity. Just about to say, we've only got 1 penalty in this game so far.
Well, I think you just gave us the broadcaster's curse.
I was just going to say, because here goes 2 more. They're going to get them. I think it's going to be offsetting, is it not?
I don't think so.
No.
I think they're going to get Shakopee for the same thing that happened down that for Eagan on the other end. I think they're going to get a slash on the goaltender.
It's going to be Benjamin Smith, that sits for the Sabers.
And I'm sure that the Shakopee bench, Shakopee captains are saying, "Hey, shouldn't there have been offsetting penalties there?" And maybe, but I think you gotta, at some point, you do have to punish the bad behavior. No question about that.
So 43 seconds left in this period.
Huge opportunity.
Absolutely. And for Eagan, you can pretty much keep your top power play unit out there the entire 2 minutes, but you don't want to give up a shorty. And hustling back was Lockenmeyer back across. Tied up nicely on that far side. That was Vogel, who nearly had a shorty on the feed, and we got a slash there. And I believe Shakopee's about to go 2 men down.
They are going to go 2 men down. That was a clear slash. Woodward had his stick taken right out of his hands with a slash. So we're going to have a 2-man advantage here in the offensive zone with an offensive zone faceoff. Watch Woodward come up. Yeah, it's not right there, but right there and right there. That's a slash.
Yeah, that's pretty obvious.
Yep. You can't, Shakopee can't complain about too much about that. 24 seconds remaining. And as you say, the top power play unit for the Wildcats out there now.
Vogel is going to be sitting for Shakopee. Mason, shot and that went wide. Down to 12 seconds in the period. Lockenmeyer keeps it in, right point. We send it across. Lockenmeyer down low. Cats got to hurry. We're down to 5.
You're going to have to shoot.
Woodward's got to get the shot of Mason. Shot, and that goes wide. And that will sound the horn. Well,
how about that for excitement?
Cats are going to have a big 5-on-3 for 118 when we start the third period. They're going to head to their locker room after a 4-goal outburst in that 17-minute span. Took that 4-2 lead, but Shakopee got a couple of late ones. 17 minutes to go, and dare we say regulation. I wouldn't go anywhere. You're watching Wildcat Hockey on ETV.
Hey, chat. Why do I wear a mask? Because when I'm not behind the screen, my mask is my cheat code. And when we stop the spread, we level up. What's the next level? Hanging with friends again. You're right, masks have always been a part of our community. I miss you guys too. Being face to face is truly the next level. Here's the cheat code. Stop the spread of Corona. Mask up, America.
Did you know dragging chains can spark a wildfire?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
There are 16 million children struggling with hunger in America. That's 1 in 5 daughters, sons, neighbors, and classmates who don't know where their next meal is coming from. Yet billions of pounds of good food go to waste every year. It's time we do something about it. Feeding America is a nationwide network of food banks that helps provide meals to millions of kids and families in need. Visit feedingamerica.org to help them feed even more. Together, we can solve hunger. Together, we're feeding America.
I may never have met you. We don't go way back. Maybe we wouldn't even be friends if we did. But when you wear a mask, you have my respect. Because your mask doesn't protect you. It protects me. I wear my mask to protect you. Mask up, America.
I want to give a shout out to Eagan Television. This pandemic has caused a lot of issues for athletic programs within high schools in the state of Minnesota and across the country, as we've had to limit the number of people attending, so family members, relatives, friends, supporters, our students have not been able to attend live events as they have in the past. We are so thankful that Eagan Television immediately stepped up without hesitation to broadcast a multitude of our events at Eagan High School. They have covered all of our home soccer, all of our home football, all of our home volleyball, home cross-country event, all of our girls swim and dive. I mean, it was amazing that they were able to provide such great support for our school and our whole community to have the opportunity to watch these events. Family members, teachers, staff members, community members have all commented to me how fabulous it was to get to watch these teams in action. I personally want to say thank you to Eagan Television for everything that you have done for Eagan High School. Thank you so much.
And we've got at least 17 minutes to go in this one as you look at the Eagan Wildcats taking the ice for third period action. 4-4 your score between the Wildcats and the Sabers from Shakopee. Nathan Cron is he, and my name is Mike Cook. And we were just saying the Wildcats, they've got a 5-on-3 to start this period for 118. And if you're Eagan, you need a goal.
You absolutely have got to cash in. Now, a week ago, they were playing Farmington, and they were down by a goal, 5-4 with a 2-man advantage. Not quite this long, but about 35 seconds of a 2-man advantage going to start the third period, just like they did last week. And last week they coughed up a shorty and ended up losing the game 6-4. I'm sure all of them are thinking, hey, we are not going to give up a shorty. We're going to use the ice, get a control of the puck, skate it up, use the ice, spread out, make them try to guard us, pass the puck. The puck's faster than the Shakopee players, and get one.
See Todd Carlson there in the blue hat. Well, he just went behind one of his assistants. First-year head man for the Eagan Wildcats. Looking to get that first W of his head coaching career at the varsity level. Hey, I want to give a quick shout-out to Henry Martin. Poor Henry Martin. Missed a lot of time with injury, comes back. Now he breaks his collarbone, done for the year.
Yeah, really. Yeah, Coach Carlson was talking about how Henry was really a guy that they were looking to take some minutes here in this second half of the year, or this end of the year, and we really feel bad for him. We hope he recovers well. Hope he gets back soon. Is getting ready for next year.
Absolutely. He was one of those guys you noticed when he was on the ice, he wasn't out there maybe, he wasn't one of your top players, but when he was out there, he definitely made the most of his opportunities. We said Cats just under a minute to go with a 2-man advantage now starting this third period here on ATV. There's Cron down low. Wedward's up top of the circle. Wedward will get it. He'll send it across. Mason down low. I think that's Lockenmeyer. It is Lockenmeyer. Mason back up top. 39 in the 2-man advantage. Mason from the dot. He'll leave it. Good coverage by Shakopee right now playing that triangle. They're just not giving the Cats anything. Doyle. Cats going to try coming out near side. Cron down low looking for a give and go. Shot that goes out and all the way out of the zone. 18 to go in the 2-man advantage for the Wildcats. Wedward, number 10, hustling through. Wedward circles the net, looking in front. Nobody there wearing white. Mason. 4 to go in the 2-man. Lockenmeyer. Mason. Doyle far side. Shakopee 1-man down. Doyle back up top. Mason controls top of the slot. Long shot deflected. Never got a chance. Kick near wall. Lockenmeyer. 5 to go on the power play. Last gasp for the Cats with a man advantage. Not going to happen. And we are 4-4 with 15:19 to go in regulation. Good kill by the Sabers to start the third period. That puck did get out. Good call by the official. Nicholas Cron didn't agree, but the official had that one right.
Yeah, I think I think that would be a situation where the young man would have to check the tape later and see, yeah, he was out of the zone. I think what he's thinking is my skates were out of the zone, but the puck never came out of the zone. Maybe he's got an argument, but that's just the way it's going to be.
So the Sabres fresh off kill on that 2-man. There's Bly for the Wildcats, 37. He'll turn and go. By the way, 7 different Wildcats have points tonight. 10 different Sabres have points for their squad.
It's definitely been a scoring cornucopia, no question about that. I mean, it's a little bit of everything. We've seen great goals, we've seen ugly goals, we've seen you got to be kidding me goals for both sides. That's what's amazing is that both teams have had their share of these types of weird occurrences. And I guess right now this is an example of Wildcats iced the puck and they didn't have to. A situation where they need to be smart here in a tie game.
So for Shakopee right now, goals have gone to Joe Roeder, Luke Schmitz, Yuri Husin, and number 13 is Thomas Dawson. And we've got a whistle as the puck gets scored outside the blue line. Cats have goals tonight thus far from, so I go down my list, Woodward's got one, Lockenmeyer, Devin Doyle, Gus Gly. Shots 22-19 right now in favor of the Sabres. Again, Shakopee's second game in 2 nights. They went to overtime last night at Apple Valley, a 2-2 draw. Shakopee, by the way, I think, if I remember correct, let me double check the stats before I say it. They have 5 straight games without a loss. 2-0-3 in that span. Let's see if they can get something going here with 2.5 gone by in this third period. Bly will get it back at neutral. They'll have to dump it in. Cats do tag. And Shakopee with an opportunity to intercept that time on the clear of Mason. And that goes up into the netting. 14:09 to go in regulation.
Well, the Cats did not score on that 2-man advantage or even on the man advantage. And to me, that's a really big momentum shift back in Shakopee's favor. But that being said, right now, Eagan's playing good hockey. So that, maybe it's not going to matter when it comes down to it at the end of the game.
21 in there for the Eagan Wildcats is Gavin Goyle. There's Dylan Wedward, number 10, giving chase. The Shakopee looks to bring it out. It's like 3-on-3 coming down. Stood up that time was Zovic as Kron took care of him at the blue line. Kept in that time by Canny, check that. For Shakopee, number 26, up from the JV, playing from varsity tonight. Got a helper for the Sabers. There's Pika for Eagan, ringing around the boards, back behind it. Kron, Pika will get it back. Try and come up that left side, lift it up and out. Lockenmeyer couldn't quite control it neutral. Shakopee is going to come the other way. Try to anyway, but a nice step up by Kron. Leaves it, Wedward, shot! That was knocked down by the defenseman in front. Here come the Sabers. Full head of steam. It's Hinsey. Tried to get it to Ostertag, couldn't control it. Puck does come out. Back down, no icing. 4 minutes gone by in this one. Still a 4-4 hockey game from the Eagan Civic Arena. There's Big Owette all the way down. He's going to go deep. Hank watches him. Hank comes back across. And Big Owette nearly put that one in on that far side on the wraparound, but a good job by the Eagan netminder. Cats going to get it out across the blue. They can. Here comes Eagan with Bohr. With Bohr in deep, number 8. Tried to do a drop pass. Nobody there. I think he expected Larson or Barbado to be up. Barbado stopped at the blue line. Larson was still coming in. Big hit far side over there by Eagan's Matt Hansen. Just 3 penalties in this hockey game thus far. 2 to the Sabers, 1 for the Wildcats. This is the kind of game where you might be putting the old whistles away, so to speak. You got 12-12 to go in a tie game. Big hit there.
That was Hansen.
Too far from Larson, all the way down. Should be an ice, and it is.
Yeah, that's one of the things Matthew Hansen brings to that third line is a lot of physical play. And there are situations where you got to show your physical abilities, and that was a good spot for it. Definitely helps change that momentum and breaks up that play.
Vogel the draw for the Sabres, and he'll actually win that one. Boycell tried to get the shot off. Olsen got a piece of that. And they'll send it down near the end boards. Pika with a couple of whacks at it for the Wildcats. Hank in front, and that one gets knocked out of harm's way. A little danger there for a couple of seconds. Hustling in that time. Good play by Dawson for Shakopee, but they are unable to keep it in. Here comes number 13. He's got a goal tonight for the Sabres. In deep this time, there's Vogel. Shadowed by Kron. Vogel tried to get it in front of Roeder. Just a little too far for the left-handed shot. Hank Reed gives up the rebound. And that one's going to get knocked out of harm's way. I think he paddled it out of there. All the way down, and just barely an ice.
I like to see the conservative play. There was a real scramble in front of the Eagan net as Eagan missed a couple of opportunities to clear. And you see there, the Wildcats, Mike was talking about it earlier, the Wildcats at the start of this period, they've got to get their heads around and find that puck. Right there, that puck was sitting in the crease, and 3 guys had their backs to or eyes away from the puck. They just have to see it.
I was just looking back at what Coach Carlson told us yesterday, and more communication needed in the defensive zone is one of the things he really wanted to see out of these Wildcats. So a lot of different breakdowns, little things like simply not clearing something out in front. There's an example right there that you just mentioned it. As it is, we play on in a 4-4 hockey game. Again, Cats looking for that first win of the year. And Hank, that one, no, and the rebound. They couldn't quite cover up, and Shakopee had an opportunity. Kept in by the Sabers briefly. Tucked out, Big White fired in with just inside 10.5 to go. Shakopee changes 4 out of their 5. Cats keep the same 5. Shakopee coming in near side, and Hank gets a piece of that one.
Eagan's got to be cleaner with the puck in their own zone. That was a situation with an unmolested defenseman with the puck. He's got to be smart with the puck. He can't turn it over.
Lockenmeyer for the Wildcats. Tries to go over Hinsey. Hinsey gets the better of that one as Lockenmeyer hit the ice hard.
Not a big hit, but it looked bad. But advice for Alex, I hope he keeps a stick on the ice.
Somehow Pedersen makes the save.
Wow, credit to Edward. What a nice move. Working to develop the play. Watch Edward flash out of the right side of your screen here. He's going to jump on a puck that Shakopee leaves sitting in its house. Puts the move on. And Pedersen, like you said, Mike, there's no way that Pedersen had any business keeping that out of the net. Real credit to that young man.
Absolutely. Gorgeous save. 9:52 to go here in regulation. And Shakopee once again wins the draw. Hustling down that time is that's 23 this time. That's Ostertag in deep for Shakopee. Beats the Wildcat peek to the puck. Ostertag battles behind, comes away with it. Tries to look to the front of the net. He'll far circle, right circle, shot. Hank out hits that one, goes up off the glass. Again, nobody got on Ostertag that time wearing white. Shakopee's trying to get something set up once again. Ostertag down low. Gley in there with him. Ostertag comes away with it. He's bigger than Gley. Ostertag still with the puck. Tries to lead it for his line mate in low. And the Cats clear it out. The Cats can. Yes, they finally can. Gley able to poke that one out, but it quickly back into the Eagan zone. Kept in a nice hustle play that time by Dalzin for Shakopee to come in. And he's got the puck this time. 4-on-3 Sabers. Dalzin down low, tried to get it, looking in front, nothing there. He still controls the half wall, finds his man, top of the slide. Boy, still that was blocked in front by the Wildcats. 3-on-2 Eagan if they would have hurried. Didn't happen though. Nice defensive play by the Sabers as Gley couldn't get the puck out. Halfway home in this third period, it stays 4-4. Eagan had 4 goals in that second period. Shakopee had 2 in the first, and they got the last 2 in the second. Barbato in for the Wildcats. Knocks his man down off the boards. Bohr in there for the Wildcats. Shakopee comes away with it though, because they were thinking wraparound, didn't happen. Hank does job guarding the post. Rebound in front, we've got whistles aplenty. Sure, was the net off?
The referee is going to say that the net comes off.
Let's take a look at the replay. That was a nice shot there by Hank to stay on that post. Candy tried to go on that short side on him. Coming across.
I think that far post was off, but I sure didn't see it.
I couldn't tell either.
If they were going to call in the crease, the face-off would have been on the opposite end of the ice. So.
They went from way out there, goes off the skate up into the crowd.
A nice block shot by Dylan Woodward. He's certainly worked hard over the summer to improve his defense, to make sure that he's being a two-way player, and that's nice to see. His forechecking has gotten really good, as you've mentioned him a couple of times. Quick on the forecheck, and there a block shot.
Face off to the left of Hank. 7:49 to go in regulation. Boy, it's just me or Shakopee seem to be winning about 2/3 of the draws tonight.
Yeah, it's 2/3 too many. If you're an Eagan fan, you know Shakopee's got to do. Eagan's got to do a better job of winning some faceoffs. That's how they're going to get more offense.
Lockenmeyer in deep for the Wildcats, number 17. He's in there, of course, with Gavin Goyle, 21. Dylan Woodward is 10. We are going to see a lot of that trio in the last 7.5 minutes of regulation. And Woodward hits his man hard by the Shakopee bench. Down low for the Wildcats. That's Larson. Not Larson. Basin.
Lockenmeyer. That was Lockenmeyer. 13, 17, 16, they're all
I had to get it right somewhere along the way.
Well, eventually, if we go down the entire roster, I guarantee you're going to be 100%.
I appreciate that. Hey, good opportunity, by the way. I want to mention we've got the crew here tonight for ETV, of course. He's Nathan, I'm Mike. They just give us microphones, but all the guys doing the real work. Dalton Gruber's directing this show tonight. Greg Borman, Nick Mudd on cameras. Happy to bring you Eagan Wildcat hockey on ETV and on the World Wide Web on the YouTube. And again, special shout out to those of you watching us from Shakopee this evening. Glad you're with us. Watching a barn burner between your Sabers and our Eagan Wildcats. Back in front, Eagan knocks that one out of harm's way. Shots right now 6-1 this period in favor of Shakopee. Sabers down along the half wall that time with Smith. Tries to get Loisel in there with him. We'll check that was Hansen. Again.
I am mystified as to why it is a good idea to try to dangle coming out of that zone like that. I just don't understand that at all. I appreciate the enthusiasm, but I don't understand the decision making.
You don't do that at the squirt level, the peewee level, the bantam level. Oh, trying to go near side, top corner. Unable to do so that time, however. I believe that was Hinsey with the shot.
I mean, Eagan spent 25 extra seconds in the zone playing defense because we didn't get it out when we could have gotten it out and had it picked up our stick by a forechecker.
Shakopee down low. 5:45 to go in the third. We're still 4-4 all the way down. Should be an ice. And indeed, it is 5:40 to go. Hey, just a reminder, you can always follow ETV on Facebook. Facebook.com/EaganTV. And of course, don't forget, we're on the Twitter at EaganTV. And YouTube, you can watch free game coverage as well on the YouTube. There's the Twitter feed right there at Eagan TV. And don't forget, subscribe to the ETV's YouTube channel at youtube.com/Eagan Television. Okay, go on that YouTube channel. All the winter sports activities are on there. A lot of girls hockey, boys hockey. There's been hoops for girls and boys. Swimming. Here's Wedward with a deep. Wedward in his skates. Couldn't do it. Great back check by the Sabers. Coming the other way. Shakopee a 2-on-1. But the dot. Oh, they hit iron. Sabers nearly go-ahead goal with 5:15 to go. Pedersen makes that save, and I believe that was Hinsey that got the snake bit on that last opportunity. Here he comes once again. The time from the other side. Tries to center it across. No, Loisel couldn't quite put that one home.
Nice back checking by Mason. Excellent job of coming back, take away that trailer. Game's getting a little wide open, isn't it, Mike?
Absolutely. I was just thinking that same thing with 4:44 to go in a 4-4 game. And we've got a all the way down because the Eagan Wildcats with an ice. There's that chance for Hinsey. Bing.
Yeah, it definitely did not go in. It hit the pipe, and although to be fair, if it had gone in and we kept playing, I wouldn't break my heart. Given that the Wildcats have had goals, that shouldn't have count against them here this year.
That was the Apple Valley game. This is the Shakopee game. Shakopee, by the way, I believe that's 2 pipes tonight for the Sabers.
That's right.
And once again, they're back in the Wildcat zone.
And sorry, Shakopee fans, just looking for a little bit of puck luck for a bunch of guys who haven't won a game this year. I'm sure there's every Shakopee fan can sympathize or empathize.
7-2 shots this period right now in favor of the Sabers. Kept in that time by Cron of the Wildcats. Neither team making a change as that puck went in deep behind Pedersen. Again, Shakopee looks to bring it out. Good job. They were looking for Roeder, but this is going to be a long shot just wide off the stick of Vogel. Another Vogel shot, and Hank wisely hangs on. 3:48 to go.
Egan's got to continue to be aggressive. They have to continue to be aggressive. Like here, for instance, there's a loose puck in the zone. Egan's got to do a better job of being the first man to that puck. There's 3:48 remaining. This might be the biggest game of your season. You got to give everything you've got to get to those loose pucks.
Tried to get it ahead that time for Barbado. He'll go in along with number 13, Dalzin for Shakopee. Barbado gets hit big. He goes down to the ice. Here come the Sabers, lofting one out. Lands just in front of the Wildcat bench, but Mason is going to go back, and it is going to be an ice. 3:27 to go. Interesting, between periods, I went over to check the official scoring, which is done by Eagan football coach Nick Johnson and defensive coordinator Comer over there as well. And I kind of jokingly said, guys, last team with the ball wins, right?
It might be the last shot that wins this game,
absolutely.
Mike.
That's kind of how this game is going right now. Anything is possible. But interesting, you've got both quarterbacks out there as well as a big wet for the Sabers and Lockenmeyer for the Wildcats, to stay with the football analogy. And Hank back there playing safety. He just covers it up.
Well, safety first. The defensive zone, we've talked about it. It's the Hippocratic Oath in the defensive zone. First, do no harm. And Eagan's going to take as many faceoffs as they need as long as they can win some of these faceoffs.
It's going to be knocked down. Speaking of Big Wet, he knocks that one down at the red line. Fires it back in with 3 minutes to go in regulation. Shakopee went to overtime last night down in Apple Valley. Cats yet to play an extra 8 minutes this year. Shakopee does have 3 ties on the season. Cats trying to bring it out. Wedward tries to bank it off the boards, the half wall.
Egan's got to get that puck out. With this little amount of time left, the puck has got to come out. There can't be screwing around on the boards. There can't be chips that don't get out. It has to come out.
Mason and Ostertag battle for the puck. Here come the Wildcats. Wedward, watched by Big Owette. Couple of 10s going at it. Wedward controls the puck, looking for some help. Wedward across, shot. That went off the skate, I believe, of Orchard, out of harm's way. Long shot. Pedersen has, I believe, just 2 saves this period. They almost had to make a third right there. As we go inside, 2 to go. Thrilling hockey game here at South Suburban Conference action. Cats do tag up with Gley. Out, down, whistle, ice.
And the Cats will certainly take that, giving them an offensive zone faceoff with 1:47 remaining. And I guess I wonder at some point here in the very near future, maybe at the next stoppage, does Coach Carlson call that timeout, put his first line, his best defensive pairings out there? Does he do something to try to get a goal here late that maybe he wouldn't do if the score were a little bit different?
And now you've got Olsen, Cardenas out there, the wings for the Wildcats, Gley between them. Or check that out. Yeah, Gley between. In front, Hank reaches across. Didn't have the weight, wasn't going in, however, all the way out. No, they're going to wave that one off. They're going to say Loisel could have played that one.
Well, it went right by him, so I don't think there can be too many gripes and complaints over there on the Shakopee bench.
6 goals in the second period, none here in the third until now. 5-4 Shakopee.
And we're going to see a great replay of this shot. That's just a great shot.
Absolutely.
That's just a great shot.
Jackson Vogel.
Yeah, when you're the goalie, you can't. And here comes the timeout from Coach Carlson for the Eagan Wildcats, which makes sense. With what's going on and how this game has progressed. Victor Hank is playing goalie, and he's taking away the near post in the middle. And if the guy can beat you far posts, kudos to him, right? I mean, there's a very small window to punch that puck in, and unfortunately it just went in. Now, that being said, anybody who's been watching the Eagan Wildcats, whether it's been us here on ETV or has been going to the away games, knows that if the Eagan can get the puck with possession in the Shakopee end, it could get pretty exciting.
Yeah, right now shots 33-20 in favor of the Sabers, which would be 11-2 this period. And which was the team that played last night and went extra?
Yeah, credit to Shakopee for having a lot of extra energy. And like you said, you talked about coming into this game, the big line for Shakopee, the Vogel, Rader, Huson line. And Vogel's really been the man today. He stepped up and gave Shakopee the lead when they needed it. I guess what I'd like to see here now is, again, Eagan's going to win the face-off. I have a strong preference. I know there are 5 skaters for Shakopee. I'd like to see them skated in versus dump, because I don't think we dump very well right now. Let's skate it in, get it into the zone, pull Victor Hank, see if we can get an offensive zone face-off and let the chips fall where they may.
Hank is out almost between the circles right now. He's heading to the bench first opportunity. Sabers banging their sticks on the board. There goes Hank. Deep into the Shakopee zone. 6 skaters on the ice for the Wildcats with 1:11 to go. Wedward for the Wildcats couldn't hang on to the puck. Shakopee the other way. Oh, big hit there at center. Wildcats 3-on-2. Wedward, he'll dump it in. Lockenmeyer and company giving chase. Far side couldn't get all the way out to Mason. Shakopee rinks it back around the boards, taking precious time off this clock. All the way out. Here's Roeder. He gets stood up that time by Mason. Cats can hurry. They got a 6-on-4. Leave it. Mason high up into the netting. Actually, over the netting, I think.
Well, here's the offensive zone face-off that the Wildcats needed. I have to give them a lot of credit. I thought for sure that we were going to see an empty net goal there, and they came back twice and were able to keep it out. Now, that being said, I'm a little surprised. I thought they were going to get Wedward looked like he got hooked there, and I thought for sure they were going to blow a whistle, but they didn't. Eagan's got to get control of this puck, though.
Inside 28 seconds. You see the time counting down top of your screen. Cats need 1 to force an extra session. Look back. Mason's got to regroup. Tries to dump it in. Shot could be able to poke it away. And just going to be shot down that time by the Sabers. Cats are going to have to hurry to get any opportunity here as the clock ticks down. Number 5. Lockenmeyer from the shot way out. He got the shot off. Pedersen, big save. Cats can't get a rebound. Pedersen will get the win for the Sabers. He's mobbed by his teammates in the black and red. And you talk about a tough luck loss for the Wildcats.
Yeah, it's about as tough as it's going to get. The Wildcats played a good hockey game. They were competitive. They played a good hockey game, and they did a lot of the things that Coach Carlson talked about them needing to do. But they were outshot in this third period substantially. They just did not get enough shots to the net in the third period to take advantage of a tie game. Really unfortunate, really frustrating. I hinted at it. I knew if they got an offensive zone faceoff, we'd see a few shots to the net and some excitement, but unfortunately, just not enough for the Eagan Wildcats.
Yeah, Shakopee gets the winner off the stick of Jackson Volgo with a laser that goes top shelf. And the Shakopee Sabers are going to head back down Highway 13 and 101 with a 5-4 win over the Eagan Wildcats. Well, Cats are going to have, about 44 hours to regroup before the Rosemont Irish come here for a 5:30 tilt on Saturday. He's Nathan Cron. I'm Mike Cook. Hey, we're going to be here with you for that big senior night contest between the Irish and the Wildcats. Hopefully the Wildcats can come back strong in that one. But tonight, they go home on the short end of a 5-4 game. So on behalf of Nathan, I'm Mike. Thanks for being with us, and we'll see you next time for Wildcat Hockey on ETV.